I want to give you a list of 12 resources. Okay, 12 resources that you probably already familiar with. But ladies and gentlemen, do everyone a favor and please revisit these resources over the next 30 days. The information will be very valuable for you. And in Vegas at our event, myself and the other leaders that'll be there, we don't want to spend our time going over things you should already know that we've covered in the past. I want it to be new, impactful information that can get you to the next level. So number one is going to be Tom Big Al Schreider's book on rapport. I think it's called Creating Instant Trust, Belief, and Rapport, or something to that effect. That can be found on Amazon. It can also be found at bigalbooks.com for a couple of dollars. Maybe the price of two Starbucks coffees, you can get that book. If you don't already have it, there's somebody in your area that probably already has it that can loan it to you if you don't want to do the audio book, which is even less expensive. It's just an audio book on Audible or something. But you need to get that book to understand the mindset of people that are thinking about getting involved in network marketing. That reading that one book alone, it might take you Kindle is $5. Thank you, Miriam. So for Kindle, you can get it for $5. If you want the audio book because you don't have time to read and flip pages, you can go ahead and get the audio book, which may cost a tiny bit more. But this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-negotiable resource. Okay, can we have one of our leaders type the title of that book in the chat? The second book that we're going to have, you know it, you love it. It's going to be called Icebreakers by Tom Big Al Schreider. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this particular book by Tom Big Al Schreider, again, it is a book that made inviting people to take a look at our products of opportunity. This book made that process rejection free. There is no amount of training I could possibly give you that's better than that book, especially the audio book version, because you can hear the nuances and the voice tones. That audiobook version was done by a gentleman named Dan Culhane, who Big Al Schreider wrote the book, but Dan voiced the audio, and Dan passed away, I think, a year or two ago. But Dan did an incredible job of hearing the nuances and voice tones and inflections in communicating to people about the business. So when I hear people say things like, "Will, everybody's telling me no," I guarantee you haven't read that book. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, when people say, "Oh, they're calling it a pyramid scheme," oh my gosh, I guarantee that you have simply not acquired the skills that some of us have already, so that doesn't happen to us. So if you're tired of that happening to you and you're tired of that happening to your team, please familiarize yourself with those resources. And you shouldn't be listening to no other music or watching no other YouTube videos or, Lord forbid, a football game other than the Baltimore Ravens. I'm kidding. But you shouldn't have time to do nothing else like that. Pittsburgh is 3-0. We know. I didn't have to watch the game. We know. But you also know that the Ravens whooped on the Cowboys. The Cowboys tried to come back. The Ravens let it happen just to really stab them and make it hurt. They wanted them to get right there and then take it away. And yes, Alabama's going to win its 8,700th national championship. Now, I ain't watched not a single game all season. But if you're on social media for at least 30 seconds, trust me, your friends who are not concerned with making a bunch of money, guess what? They're going to post something about it and you'll know. So you don't have to worry about watching all of the games. You need to have your head in a book or a video. So Icebreakers top tier is primo information. For goodness sakes, if you're not at the income level you want to be at yet and you haven't read that book, I just zip it up. I don't want to hear it. Next, number 3 is going to be the 4 color personality types. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a book or an audio book that you only have to read or listen to one time. Once you understand these principles, you don't have to relearn idiots information. Now, some of you, if you went to public school like me, you may have to read the book or listen to the book 2 or 3 times. Luckily, the books are like this big. They're very, very small books. If you don't get the 4 color personality types, you're just not interested in getting good at this business. Will, I'm talking to 20 people a day. Yes, I understand, Jeffrey, but what are you telling them? How come Miriam Karim will say things to certain people and get to five or $10,000 in income, but Jeffrey, you're going to go talk to people and you're trying to make $40 a month for your auto ship. What's the difference? It's going to be what you're saying most times or what you're texting. Okay, next up, number 4 is going to be a book called The Art of Living by Bob Proctor. I highly, highly recommend this book. Not going to do a book summary on it, but please get that book or read it, or it might even be on YouTube for free. You can always check. But don't let a couple dollars of a book title stop you from getting the information that you need. Don't think about how much it costs. Think about how much that investment in yourself can make you. Okay, that's the problem with a lot of what I call fair weather network marketers. That, oh yeah, well, I'll try it out and see how it goes. Here's the problem: you're going to try it out and see how it goes, but us professionals already know how it's going to go for you, and it's not going to be good. Okay, it is what it is. All right. Most people in their mental budget have these two categories. These are the only two categories they have: expenses, like the bills they gotta pay. Oh, that was for free on YouTube. Good, good. See, easy. Look how you like that. No excuses. All right. They have expenses, which are things they have to do, and then they have things that they want. All right. They have things that they want. All right. If you take the things that you want, but you don't put that in the expenses category, if you don't put books like this and resources and information in your expenses category, the same way you do your cell phone bill or your car note, you're not conducting yourself like $1 million business owner, and you will not create $1 million business. If it was that simple to be able to build $1 million business but not make any investment in your mindsets whatsoever, everybody would do it. But you know that everybody's not doing it. In fact, 80% of people are not going to do it. All right. Book number 5, it's not even the whole book. It's called The 45-Second Presentation by Don Failla, Donfila. Don Failla just passed away maybe a month or two ago. I've had conversations with Don. He was one of the best, just finest professionals and best human beings ever to do this business. His wife passed away a couple years before him. Nancy passed away in her late 80s or 90s. And I don't think Don ever really recovered emotionally from that. Don ended up giving as much as he could to the industry and then passed away. You don't even have to read that whole book. The first 4 chapters are more than enough. But if you really want to get all that information, please check that book out. Phenomenal. Know this information before you come to Vegas for your sake. Okay. Number 6, one of my personal favorites. All of these books are on my bookshelf, but this one's on there. I should have at least 2 copies of this book. It's called The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Now, this is going to be the only book out of the 6 books I just named. It's the only book that takes more than an hour or so to read or listen to. The other books are all small. That book's a little bit bigger, but guess what? I don't care. If there was another way for you to become successful and not acquire the mindsets and skill sets you need to be great, I would tell it to you, and I promise the other coaches and leaders would too. But the fact that you have to, let me ask this: for everybody who has made over $100,000 in network marketing commissions, have you read at least 5 or 6 of those books? Put in the chat, please. If you have, if you have not, if you've made that amount of money already and you have not read at least 5 or 6 of those books I just named, please put in the chat, no, I have not read at least 5 of those. And ladies and gentlemen, you can look in the chat and you can see the people who have already made the money, who've already telling you, yes, we've read these books. It's not even a question. All right, this is required reading for people. We don't make any money from this. These are not books that I wrote that I get paid for. Coach Sonic didn't write this. Coach Marcus didn't write these books. Read those books, and if you've already read them, read them again. All right, this next 30 days before Vegas is a great brush up for you. All right, the next 6 things I'm going to give you are videos. Okay, these are videos, and these are videos that you should definitely watch again if you haven't already. And here's how you know you've watched the video enough times. I'm gonna tell you right now. This applies for books and videos. You know, in fact, you know what? Let me see who's been paying attention. How do you know when you've read a book enough times or you've watched the video enough times? How do you know? And don't Coach Marcus answer either. Somebody other than Coach Sonic, don't even try. Don't even do it. I'm tired of y'all messing up my question. Y'all people be like, oh, I knew the answer. No, you read what Coach Seymour and Marcus and Sonic and them put up. No, I'm looking for the right answer. Okay, it's really just one. It's just really just one word I'm looking for. There it is. Who said it? Wait, where'd it go? Jessica Hill. Thank you, Jessica. Somebody else may have said it before that, but Jessica said it. You can teach it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't teach it, you don't know it. Practice on your kids. Practice on your kids. Okay. If you can't teach this stuff, I promise you, you just don't know what you need to be reading again. So here are the 6 videos, and y'all should already know them. They're all available on the One Team, One Dream YouTube channel. They're also available on my personal YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure they're on Coach Sonic's channel as well. So resource number 7, Brilliant Compensation by Tim Sales. I'm gonna say it till I'm blue in the face. Okay, Brilliant Compensation by Tim Sales. If people are still telling you network marketing is a pyramid scheme or a scam, and you don't know how to articulately formulate a response, you probably have not watched that video and took notes and watched it again to make sure you understand it. Resource number 8. This is the only one of the videos that's long. All the other videos are very short. Video number 8, or resource number 8, is another video. It's called Rise of the Entrepreneur by Eric Worre. Okay, Rise of the Entrepreneur by Eric Worre is more important as far as a contribution standpoint to me, to the industry, than his book GoPro. Notice the book GoPro isn't even on the list. Why? Because all y'all should have been read that 5 years ago when it was relevant. All right. And social media has really changed marketing so much. But Rise of the Entrepreneur, free video on all of our YouTube channels by Eric Worre. Number 9, my personal favorite. This is going to be called The Band Class by Mark Yarnell. Okay, The Band Class. This is one of the few ones I have on my YouTube channel that may or may not be on One Team, One Dream YouTube channel, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's free. It's amazing. It's called The Band Class. If you don't watch it several times until you understand it and can internalize and teach the information, you don't need to be listening to the new Kendrick album or none of that, okay, until you watch that video. Next up is going to be a video by Dr. Charles King, Harvard-educated Dr. Charles King. Phenomenal video there on the network marketing industry. I think he did that video with Tim Sales. Phenomenal video, very short, maybe 6 minutes, okay? But that video can really change everything for you. 2 more resources. Number 11 is going to be a video by Eric Worre and Tony Robbins. Fantastic video on, it's a short video, maybe 6 minutes, on network marketing and why billion-dollar entrepreneurs like Tony Robbins are fans of the industry. You need to understand this information. And last but not least is The Perfect Business by real estate multi-billionaire best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what your broke uncle or your neighbor who lives in the same zip code that you don't even want to live in. I don't care what they think about network marketing. And you shouldn't care. If they love it, good. If not, who cares? Why? Because people who have made billions of dollars by impacting millions of people in a positive light all believe in our business model and in our industry and things of that nature. And Warren Buffett, as I mentioned this past weekend in Vermont, Warren Buffett bought not 1, not 2, but he bought 3 different network marketing companies. And I don't think Warren Buffett is buying illegal pyramid schemes that are going to be closed by the government. All right. I don't think he's going to do that. He's the best investor of all time. And when I looked at what Warren Buffett thought about our industry, I immediately didn't care what my broke uncle thought. I didn't care what my broke friends thought. I didn't care what anybody thought, because the people with the resources and the lifestyles that I want to give to my family and my friends, they all said, hey, network marketing is solid. Let's keep pushing. Even the U.S. Supreme Court said that network marketing is not a pyramid scheme. It is solid. And that's all I needed to know. And we're going to keep it moving. Number 12 was The Perfect Business. Number 10 was by Dr. Charles King and Tim Sales. I'm not sure what the title of that is, but I know the content. And that's Charles King and Tim Sales. doing that one, that particular video on network marketing. Number 11 was Tony Robbins and Eric Ward, okay, and their video. And I think Coach Marcus just said they're all in the playlist on the One Team One Dream YouTube channel. So let's move on. Two quick disclaimers, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to claim that the products treat, cure, or prevent any disease. We will tell you some true stories about the products, and also we won't make any income claims. We're not going to guarantee that you can make any money. We work really hard. We don't know if you're going to work hard, so you might join and not make any money, but not us. And we'll talk more about how to make money momentarily. All right. Now, one thing I will tell you as we dive in, I want to give you some details about our the training and coaching that we just had in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, at the medical clinic. Now here's a glass of water, and we were talking about different essential oils with the doctors that were there. Okay, and I want to give you just a little bit of information on the doctors. Now, just for the record, a lot of companies have essential oils. Our essential oils have a little QR safety code on there. I know some people told me that they like to get their essential oil, lemon or lavender or peppermint from Walmart, and some people were saying Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I bet you won't. You bet not do this with an essential oil from Walmart, Amazon. You bet not. You bet not drink that. Your esophagus is gonna fall out your butt when you go to the bathroom. You might die. You might die. I mean, and Walmart got them high power attorneys. They ain't gonna, your family ain't getting no wrongful death. You have different levels and qualities of essential oils, and we simply operate at the highest tier possible. Okay, look, Richard said it's suicide. You better not drink essential oil from Walmart. Okay, but that being said, you can pour that right in there. You really want to get jazzy with it, just get a little. Look, you can get one of these from Walmart. You can get that from Walmart. A little frothing thing, okay? But what you don't want to do is get no essential oils from Amazon. Just the quality is so poor in comparison to ours, okay? Yeah, you had a company that came out with some essential oils trying to copy us a couple months ago. I think they done already canceled that, and they don't, because they don't work, and they're just not pure. You can't drink that, you'll die. And their oils, and then they started shifting to try to sell prescription drugs. You already knew that was going to be sad. Speaking of which, we talked about this in Vermont. So let me give you a couple of notes that really stood out with me this weekend. For those of you who were not able to attend, it was phenomenal. And I want to give a shout out to Elizabeth and Allison as well for coordinating that event and getting that promoted and set up. And I'm not going to say these doctors' names. We're all friends now. And everything. We had lengthy conversations, but I don't want to put their names out there for whatever reason. If you were there, you know. Okay, but one of the doctors is an emergency room doctor. Let me just clarify. These are not doctors who are holistic medical practitioners. Like some of the people in our network marketing community, I love them dearly. They're doctors, and we give them the respect that they deserve when we use the term doctor with them. And they are going to be holistic, alternative medicine, holistic medical, practitioners. Okay, that's not these folks. The doctors that we were in Vermont are, MD, traditional Western medical school doctors. They're different types of doctors. These are going to be doctors you see on TV. One of them, in fact, is an emergency room doctor. Okay, and did most of their work actually in New York. So if you're a doctor in New York and you're in the emergency room, you're not seeing everything. You have seen a lot over the last 5 to 10 years. The other doctor did most of their work. I'm not sure where they did their residency. I'm pretty sure it was Boston, and they worked a lot in Boston before moving to Vermont. So just the caliber of doctor I'm talking about right now, these are the same doctors that you would go see, not our holistic health practitioner doctors. I want to make the distinction there, okay? So they have a different level of credibility. We just got to shoot it straight. If I was to go get a holistic, health practitioner degree online or somewhere, that's going to give me a certain amount of respect. But if I got my medical degree from, Cambridge or where, that's a different level. I just want to be very clear, from Dartmouth or something. I just want to be very clear about their background. This is medical doctor background. And some of the things that stood out to me while I was watching there, and if you were there, it would have blew you away. It's more of a conversation we're having. It's a presentation, but a conversation. The doctors were literally making recommendations for products. One lady had high blood pressure, and as opposed to recommending a prescription drug, the doctor said this: if you come in and your prescription, your blood pressure is super high, we may have to give you a prescription drug, prescribe you something to get it down immediately because we don't want you to die. Okay. However, as soon as your blood pressure is remotely normal, we want to get you on some black seed oil, some ginger root. I'm going, what are we talking about? And they actually had our oils in the doctor's office. And to hear them basically making prescriptions was phenomenal to me because it shows me the future of what medicine is going to be. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the trend in business, you have got to notice the trends before they happen. You cannot go to buy Bitcoin today and be significantly wealthy with that. You're 4, 5, or 6 years too late. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, you cannot go to California to go mine for gold today. You are literally 60 to 70 years too late. The gold rush is over. Okay, you can't just move to Silicon Valley, start a .com, anything you want, and some angel investors are going to buy your website and your business. Those days are gone. I don't know what to tell you. It's too late. You can't go to college and just get out of college and get an amazing degree and have an amazing job that you can stay at for 40 years and then retire happy. Those days of college degrees equaling wealth, the days, it's over. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay. So when you look at the health and wellness industry, the $1 trillion industry of health and wellness, ladies and gentlemen, the future, even in medicine, you heard it here first. I'm hearing this from doctors who are in the medical field, in emergency rooms across America, telling you, hey, we letting y'all know lavender ice is going to be the thing. Yeah, allopathic, yep, all that, all the fancy words. Thank you, Richard. Those, you know what I'm talking about. To hear doctors recommend lavender ice and saying, yeah, one of my patients came in, they had really, really bad headaches, this, that, and the third. Yeah, I just recommended lavender ice. One of the doctors told me, I forget what it was that she recommended. It might have been lavender ice, but whatever it was, the patient called back a couple hours later and said, can I get some more of that? Whatever that was, can I get some more of that? Because they applied it while they were at the doctor's office and the person left and felt so good, they called back. Okay. Now, the amazing thing is that sometimes we'll hear things like that and the importance of it will just go over our head. But you got to understand, doctors are starting to understand how to help people. And that's going to be the trend. We're all early. And one of the doctors said that they're going to be ordering at least $1,000 of product a month just to keep it on hand at the doctor's office. And I predict that number is going to be a lot higher because they said that they wanted to be able to prescribe our products right there and not have the patient have to go buy it. So doctors like, we need to buy it up front. Here's the place in the doctor's office where we're going to have it all set up. Okay, where all the products are going to be. We need to stock up on black seed oil, fulvic acid, lavender ice, ginger root. Man, big. They were big on ginger root. So just understand, ladies and gentlemen, the future is very bright. They've experienced some health and wellness products before. Obviously, they both said nothing's like what we have. Nothing that they've ever experienced on a holistic side is like what we have, and they're looking to integrate that into it. And the last thing I'll tell you is that while I was there, one of the doctors got a text message, which eventually turned into a phone call, and we had a conversation about that. And what they told me was that call was from another doctor in another state who initially told them, no, that holistic stuff, that health and wellness stuff, that's not really going to make it do what it do, blah, blah, blah. They called back after hearing the results that these particular doctors were having and said, hey, how's that working? Because what we're doing, this is what the other doctor was telling him. What we're doing on our end isn't working for people. People are not getting healed. They're not getting these toxic metals out of their body. They're not getting the aluminum out of their body. They're not healing properly from COVID or long COVID. They're struggling. Your patients are detoxing well. Their respiratory systems are fine. Please explain us more of that because we want to get involved in that. And that was a doctor from another state calling them to just say, hey, we might have been wrong. You have the right vision moving forward. So it really took my belief to another level in what we do. To watch the reps there, Allison and stuff setting that stuff up was very happy for me to see it because I know long term what that's going to mean for her and her family and things of that nature. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about business, ladies and gentlemen. And everybody want to be a boss before it's time to cut the check. All right, and I'm gonna give you these particular facts, and then I'm gonna hop off camera so I can finish these notes. Now, just full transparency, for me to go to fly to this little airport in Vermont, and then have to rent a car, drive 90 miles, you know what I'm saying, 90 minutes to go do the presentation, hotel, Airbnb, turn around, drive back, fly out of the baby airport, just in that 2 days. That was just 2 days. I spent a little over $2,400. Okay. Now, not a big deal, not going to break the bank, but it's the principle. Did I make or did I see $2,400 in commissions as a result of that? Absolutely not. You got to understand that when a business, and it wasn't even my rep. I just wanted to make sure our team had the proper support and had somebody who was willing there to go. And I didn't even sponsor those reps. I didn't sponsor neither one of those. I don't know who their sponsors are, but I can tell you who wasn't there. Okay. And so my point is, I wanted to make sure that they had the support they needed. And if you have $2,400 or not, here's the point. Even if you don't, but you're committed to building $1 million business, ladies and gentlemen, and then that's not even counting the time. I don't want to spend time away like that. In Vermont, Vermont was fun. It was a beautiful state. But when I like to travel, if it ain't Miami, Hawaii, LA, Key West, Vegas, I ain't trying. Vermont? What we talking about? What we talking? In football season, Vermont? What we talking about? So just understand, if you're not ready to take it to that level, even mentally, some of y'all won't drive 2 hours for your team and spend $9 of gas. You just won't do it. Oh, I'm busy Saturday, coach. The kids got, whatever. Well, hey, I don't want to hear it from you when you're not at the level that you want to be over the next 12 to 18 months. I don't want to hear it because you're not even ready to make the sacrifices necessary. You're not even ready. You're not even ready. You don't deserve it. I don't know how to put it to you. If it could be done without ever making a single mental, emotional, time, or money sacrifice, we'd all do it, wouldn't we? Wouldn't we all be at the top? Everybody be at the top of the industry. Just understand that. Okay, yeah. Oh, some are not even on the call. Yeah, you can't even make a thank you. Coach, no. Okay. So this is what I'll tell you. I'm not telling you got to do that for your team, but I will tell you, nobody's gonna outwork us as leaders. Nobody's gonna outspend us. And myself, Coach Marcus, and many other leaders, I hate to break it to you, we were doing that because I can hear somebody right now, Coach, you're doing that because you got the money to do it. A, okay, but B, we were doing that before we had a dime. And that's what you don't understand. The reason we're at the levels we're at, the reason we'll have one off month out the last 130 months is because we've always been those people that understand investing in a business. Okay. Didn't always have the money, didn't always have the ability, didn't always have the time freedom. Look, Greta and Doug were there, didn't have the money or the time. They drove from Pittsburgh. Greta, how far did y'all drive to be there? This wasn't in your team. How far did y'all drive just to come get some information? I met Greta and Doug were there, blew me away. I don't know how long they drive was, but it was long. I know Kanasha Howard drove 14 or 15 hours just to get some information. Greta and her husband drove 9 hours on the weekend. Wasn't even their team. Okay? And that's what you got to understand. So when they're at the financial level they need to be next year, you just need to know they didn't come out of nowhere. Okay? Sometimes that's what it takes. And you won't always have opportunities to invest in yourself at a level of Kanasha. She ain't even home yet. She ain't even home yet. The meeting was Friday. She's still driving home to Ohio. You understand? Of course she's good. All right. And that's why it's people like that sacrificing at the level that her and Elizabeth and Greta and Doug and other people did. Listen. It is people like that that are willing to go all in like that. It's why I have so little patience for the whining. It's why I have so little patience for the old coach. I just don't care. I can't care because there are too many people who are doing above and beyond, and they got less resources than most people. Yeah, they soldiers, Randy. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, it's what it is. I would kill for a group of people like that. Just 5 or 6 hardcore people, but they got to see you do it first. And if you ain't doing it, then they, and you won't even always have opportunities to do it. Let me say that. I'm gonna get back on track in a second, but you won't always have opportunities to go all in like Derek and Lynette did, going to Trinidad. Like you will not always have opportunities to sacrifice and invest in yourself and your team. So when those opportunities present themselves, you really want to take advantage of them because you may never have that amount of opportunity to sow ever again. I don't know how else to put it to you. Okay. So that being said, this is something that really made it special and why it worked. And I didn't have to make $2,400 in commissions based on that trip. I know how business works. I know long term, it'll make 10, 20, 100 times that. You got to think future. You got to think future. If you make decisions based on what's right now in the present, it's going to be hard for you to build a business. That mindset, you should have a job, at least for a little while. If you're still operating in that mindset, please stay at your job as long as you need to until you can start thinking future and sowing seeds for the future, okay? That's faith. Faith is invisible. Faith is evidence of things that you can't really see. There's no guarantees. It was no guarantee that the doctors would be receptive to what we came to talk about. They might have kicked me out. Who knows? But we walk by faith, not by sight. And that's what that group of people I just mentioned did, okay? So write these down, please. This is the 6 levels of communication. And I was not going to leave an opportunity for those individuals. When those ladies told me they were going to meet and they're driving 14 hours and the other one's driving 9 hours, all right, I can't let y'all outwork me. I can't let you outspend me. I can't let you outtake time me. I'm not going to leave it to chance because I see how much you're pouring into your own business. We're going to match that plus some. Okay. Same as Derek and Lynette. I love to see what they do. I love to see that level of sacrifice because I know what it means for them in the future. So we're not knocking anybody. Everybody's doing great. But when you have the opportunity to sow into your own business, I'm going to politely recommend that you take that and sow that seed. Okay. Level 6, this is the lowest level of communication. It's going to be email. Why? Because it's a one-way conversation, typically with somebody you really don't know. All right, it's just what it is. It's just it's functional, and obviously it works. We love it, but it's a very low level of communication. I'm not going to take an opportunity to meet with people who could transform the face of business. I'm not going to leave that to email. Hey, Dr. So-and-so, instead of seeing you, I just want to let you know, here's what we're going to talk about. No, okay, absolutely not. One level up of communication from that is going to be text message. Okay, now the doctors and I are texting now because we're friends. We're developing a business relationship, both of them. But I'm not going to, if I know I just need the right 2 people in my business, I'm not going to spend that time. I'm going to text that person maybe to set up a higher level of communication. If I know that this person could be a real winner in the organization. But if I can, I'm going to move up to number 4. And it's not going to be just a text message. It's not even going to be a voicemail. Nobody checks that. Number 4 is going to be a video message. It's just like a text message, but this works really good on Facebook Messenger. It's just a little 5 or 10-second video clip, and I send that. That's going to be a level up from text message. Okay, so you want to try to operate at the highest level of communication possible without compromising the comfort level of the individual. Do not send a voice chat, a video clip message if you've never communicated to the person before. That might be a little too much. Okay, maybe you do need to send a little text or a Facebook message, which is a text first, and then kind of move on. Okay. Next up, number three is going to be a phone call. Okay, there is not, but again, remember, you want to operate with people at the highest level of communication possible without compromising the comfort level of the prospect. I want to make this clear. Now, I had never, how many people have ever got a phone call on Facebook Messenger from a person you've never talked to before? The phone just start ringing and you look at it and you go, who would do this? What lunatic, what sociopath would do such a thing? This is a weirdo. Why? It's a high level of communication, but you're compromising the comfort level of the individual. You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay. You got to learn this stuff. You can start off with a 6, like an email or a postcard or something, but then you go to text or messenger. Then you can go to a video clip once they've engaged in communication, because you got to understand relationships. So number 3 was a phone call. Number 2 is one of my personal favorites. Number 2 is going to be a video chat, like a FaceTime or maybe even a Zoom, where y'all can see me, I can see you, and if you need to talk, we can. Some of the best I remember one of the first meetings I ever did with Coach Sonic Jones, we first got a chance to meet and start working together, was a video Zoom chat with maybe 2 or 3 people. Okay, just us going back and forth, asking questions and getting to know each other and things like that. Just understand that the video chat is going to be superior to the video message, because video chat is two-way live. It's two-way live. And that's going to be the thing that is the highest level of communication you can operate at without spending some income. All right. And then last but not least, this is what you saw happen in Vermont. This is why you have doctors who are currently sponsored in the business buying $1,000 of product, is because we went to the top level of communication, and that was live in person. Ladies and gentlemen, you will never have a higher level of communication than in person live with some light food or drink, maybe a cup of coffee, something like that, some beignets, some cheese tray or something. But even if you don't, you will never have a higher level of communication than live in person. Okay? If someone was ever going to try to recruit me and they send a Facebook message, they should already know that you're fighting a losing battle. If the message, I'm not even open to join no other companies but our companies, but if I was, and they said anything other than Will, I'm flying to see you. What restaurant do you want to meet at? Dinner's on me. I just want to talk shop, talk business. Anything other than that'll probably be a no, even if I was open. But it's definitely a no otherwise. Okay. So when you have an opportunity to sponsor a Derek Jamat into your business, you got the opportunity to sponsor a Miriam Karim into your business. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't just leave that to chance. You don't do that. If possible, you're going to say, Miriam, listen, a lot of people are going to be trying to recruit you, but I know for sure you don't care how much I know till you know how much I care. When are you available? And if you need to bring the husband, the kids, when are you available? I want to see you in person, please. Can we just meet for a cup of coffee? Or let me take y'all to lunch and just kind of show you what we got. I don't want to do all that talking over the phone. I mean, I could send you videos, but I know you. I know what you're capable of. You know you're capable of. And the fact that you're open to an opportunity and you're in between companies, listen, I got to throw my name in the hat. I may not have made $30 billion yet, but nobody is going to work as hard for you as me. That's how I would talk to people if I wasn't already a network marketing millionaire. I would tell people, yeah, I don't have 80 million yet. I ain't there yet. But you know what? I am willing to hop in my car, talk to my family, get the time. I will be there. You let me know. We can work something out. I just want to operate at the highest level of communication possible. Now, that being said, fellas, you don't really want to make it a habit of meeting with ladies one-on-one. I mean, if her husband's present, then cool. I want to meet with y'all as a couple so I can explain. That's different. Ladies, you definitely don't want to be setting up no meetings where you're going to meet with men solo. Absolutely not. Terrible idea right there. Across the board, terrible idea. The likelihood that that'll go left is way higher than the likelihood that it will go right. All right. So just understand that. The microphone, can I put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still hear me okay? And I'm going to hop off camera. I'm going to take some notes and we're going to finish this up. as I drink the purest essential oils in the world. Yeah, people ain't got it like that. Okay, perfect. Thank y'all so much. Let me hop off camera right quick and let me get these and get the rest of this information out there for you. And this should go pretty quick. I see we just about out of time. Put a one in the chat as well, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all getting some value. Please, if this is resonating with you on any level, if this is making sense on any level, just thank you for that. Because I need you to know this is, I hate to break it to you, this is what it takes if you want to win faster than everybody else. Yeah, you can just send out, make a Facebook post every 3 days if you want to. That's totally cool. If you really want to win and you know it only takes the right two people, we're gonna do everything, but we're gonna identify the right two people, and I'm gonna see them at some point. I don't know how to tell you. If I was trying to recruit Shauna Jackson, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would have drove from Vermont to Boston because I think it's like 3 hours. I would have drove just to meet with her for 15, 20 minutes over a cup of coffee, her and Big Chris. And then I would have drove back to where I was going. But that's what it takes. Charlotte Whitaker knows. Yeah, we grew up in a different era of network marketing where the work is gonna always show. I don't really know how else to put it. I just want y'all to win. I just love y'all so much. I want you to have the life that you want within the time frame that's relevant. I don't know how else to break it to you, okay? And meeting people in person, all of those resources I gave you, the skills are going to really matter for you a lot more than what you think, okay? A lot more than what you think. All right, so let's get to these notes. Um, you can write this down. You can tell a lot about the quality of a person based upon the quality of the questions they ask. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. You can tell a lot about the quality of a person based upon the quality of questions they ask. Now, sometimes those questions are going to be really insightful and really sharp. Other times, those questions are going to be very dumb, and it'll tell you something. One question I can't stand that people will sometimes ask me, it's not even, is this a pyramid scheme? That's a silly question, but I don't even get that one. This question bothers me. All right, well, I'm ready to join, but what are the odds that I'm going to be successful? Okay. How many people are making X amount of money? Okay. I cannot spell Tommy, October 5th. I will be there, brother. No worries. I will be there October 5th with bells on. Yes, sir. So here's my point. I don't like that question because it makes people think or imply that our business is like the lottery. If it was like the lottery, we would just all go play the lottery. Honestly, yeah, I'm not opposed to it, but that's gambling. This is not gambling. It's not about the odds. It's not about the chance that I could X, Y, and Z. Not at all. This business, as we said 2 weeks ago, is 100% predictable when you become 100% predictable. Okay, the company is going to provide a product, and it's going to be world class. It's going to be affordable. It's going to be effective. It's going to be amazing, and the company is going to provide a pay plan. All right. And then you build the volume, period. You acquire the skill sets, mindsets, take action on what you learn, and you build the volume. If you build up an organization with a lot of volume, there's a lot of pay. If you don't build up any volume, there's no pay. It's 100% predictable when you become 100% predictable. I don't know how else I don't really know how clearly I can make that. How much more simple can I make it the fact that you are actually in control? The company's going to make and ship products every day. The company's going to pay people every single day. Whether or not you're one of those people is up to you. All right? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, we have some people here, and this is going to wrap up the call, and we're going to pick this back up on Tuesday. And again, these next couple recordings, if you have to get a recording to take notes on it, there's going to be no charge for these because these next two recordings are specifically for you to be ready for Vegas, to come to Vegas online or in person in the right mindset. If you don't already have your ticket for Vegas, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Now I'm just going to give you a number. I want you to write this down and circle it. And just know that we're talking to Coach Marcus and Paula and the leadership team. We're working on some things that although not in place yet, are going to be very, very valuable, very powerful for you in helping build your business. And we're always working on something cool. Okay. But I want you to write this number down. The number is going to be $300. Okay. Now, how many people let me just see, on a call, have already made over $300 in commissions. I just want to see who want to call. Just put a me in the chat if you've made over 300 bucks. Now, this is very strange. Most network marketing companies won't have anything near this. If you're new, or if you're new to our business, or you haven't been with us that long, please look in the chat to see the dozens and dozens of people who've made over $300. I can just say there's not another network marketing call that in the industry where you'll have this number of people on a call with this percentage of people who've made over $300. I just want to be very clear about that. A lot of people will, yeah, the average network marketing check is $8. Coach Seymour's right. Yeah, that's the average network marketing amount of money is $8. Okay. The reason why we're using $300, we always crunching the numbers, and I want to thank Coach Marcus for being so phenomenal at this, because I'm not the math guy. He is, he works in the insurance industry as a pro. He knows, and he's made a lot of money. He knows the numbers. The reason I want you to write that 300 number down is because if you already made $300, the next step for you, okay, is to get that to $300 a month. It's to get to $500 in total commissions, but you really want to build that to $300 a month. Now, this is why you want to do that. And we're going to, on the next call, we'll have some great steps for you skill-wise to really get that done. The reason why I want you to understand how to go from $300 to $300 a month is because according to our pay plan, I'll just use the GoToSign pay plan, but it's the same for HBN as well for the most part. If you help 10 people make $300, that's going to be $3,000 for you. I'm just giving you a really simple pared down version of my pay plan. If you've already made $300, I don't think some of y'all are as excited enough about that, because you need to take the attention off yourself and put it on some other people. And if you put the attention on other people and helping them make $300, you help 10 of them do that. If you've got 10 people making $300 a month, ladies and gentlemen, that is $3,000 a month for you. The average in mortgage in America ain't but like $1,300. Basically, you help 10 people make $300 a month. We will show you exactly how to do it on Tuesday night, as we always do. We'll show you again. But just understand that $3,000 a month for you is enough to cover a car note, a mortgage, utilities, gas, and insurance. That's people's biggest bills. $3,000. How many people, and I'm not asking you to get all in your personal finances, but how many people could cover the mortgage and the car note with $3,000? I'm just curious. Anybody? Is there anybody on here that can actually do that? I used to be able to do that. Then I moved. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know. I look. I don't know what. Yeah, see, now that's good. Now look, so many people in various states and a couple people in different countries. Okay, $3,000. I'm telling you, and put it this way: even if you kept your full-time job, do you know you'll be able to? You have all the bills paid from that, as you already do, but you'll have another $3,000. So tune in Tuesday night. We are going to make sure that I'm going to break down the pay plan a little bit better for you, so you understand where the $300 come from. And for those of y'all who want to make more than that, we're going to break that down for you, because we need you to come to Vegas with the understanding of these pay plans that is probably better than what you currently have. Okay, so do not miss Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to really dive a little bit deeper into part 2 of this training and the $300 solution, where you should be at $3,000 a month. I don't know what else to tell you. If we hadn't already done it and helped hundreds of other people do it, I wouldn't even have any credibility in what I'm telling you. But that is a walk in the park for people at our company. You just saw how many people made $300. It was dozens and dozens and dozens of people who did that. I simply want to show you how to help other people do it, and that's going to be a slightly different skill set. Okay, so I'll see y'all Tuesday night. I want to thank Coach Sonic Jones for putting this together. Coach Mark says, "Well, hey Tanya, I see you. I see you. Y'all have a great day. Francine, keep your head up, champ. This is going to be a good year for you. I'm looking forward to it. Love y'all. I will see y'all real soon. Jessica, no more about the Steelers, and Tommy, I'll see you in October. And Sydney, I'm still sad that you moved to Indiana. I don't know what else to say. Georgia misses you. People be messaging me all the time, telling me how mad they are that you moved to Indiana. We're not good. We're not good with that at all. But we just gotta, you know, gotta deal with the cards that were dealt. And I'll see everybody real soon. Derek as well, man, brother. So proud of you. Just keep the party going and make the magic happen. And I'll see everybody Tuesday night. Good night. God bless. Thank y'all so much.